Heidi ho there, neighbor. Welcome back to the channel and good after 2 p.m. Yeah, if you didn't guess it, we are working on a 2021 Honda Talon and we're putting on marker lights. I found some two brightness level resistor controlled red 3/4 inch marker lights on Amazon or eBay. I forgot which. I'll put a link in it. And we're going to put these on the back end to start with, and then I've got some ambers for the front. Now, since the back has brake lights already and tail lights, so we can use all three conductors. Let me show you what we got going. Pick this spot for a 3/4 inch hole, and then a 1/4 inch hole to the next piece of plastic, which puts me in the cavity for connecting to this other wiring harness. You can see my connectors from a previous video for the third brake light, which is in the spare, that is from what's the name of that company? Dirt Road Fabrication. That's what it is. At any rate, that's what we got going. And so I started thinking that through there. I found that as easy as put the rubber piece in first, get it seated properly. Then the other piece goes in next. And then I've got a little bit of slack left on the wiring. And it should be enough to use some of my waterproof connectors inside the recess. And yeah, I'm going to do that. Okay, so for this light, black goes to wiring harness black. Red goes to the yellowish red, and white goes to green. The actual ground is green on these rigs. Ooh, doesn't even look like it's quite in there. Barely in there. Did it squirm out? May have to redo that one. I'm gonna double check that, make sure it's still in there. Oh my goodness. I think it's in, but I'm not sure. Anyway, that's how she works. Here's the red, and it's really bright with the brake light on. And it's a dimmer light with the brake light off. I'm using the Hillbilly brake. Hillbilly brake, she holds it on for you so you don't have to have a second person or a stick or whatever to make this work. So we'll release it. And now she's off. Go back. It's the lower intensity for running lights at night. Again, street legal. It'd be nice to have marker lights, even though can't make them street legal here in Texas. Be nice to have in case you're out at dusk or you need to go down a road and have some lights on. Because the tail lights and the headlights are kind of recessed quite a bit. So I'm going to repeat the other side. Then we're going to move on to the front. Now the front, I'm going to go with amber markers. And since all I have in front is headlights, because in a previous video my turn signals are part of my mirrors, and they do the directional chase on the amber, and they also serve as backup lights and forward running lights, only to be overridden by the turn signal if you decide to do that, engage that, that'll be automatic. All right, next step will be the front. By the way, I use a tie wrap to hold all three wires together. We got one going to the spare tire tail light, brake light that is, and that was in a previous video that lights up. Yeah, nice and bright. And one is going to the marker combo brake light, and the original harness is the third. Okay, so I decided to jump to the front so I can get this content out to you guys and girls. Yep. So this is a marker light by Hopkins, black and white, which black is hot and white is ground. And so I went black to black. I had to extend the wire because it wasn't long enough to reach easily. I mean, I guess I could have disassembled this assembly and gotten to it, but I decided to just splice on top. So I had a piece of the wiring that you've seen in my previous video, which is encased in rubber pretty good. And again, the harness is white is ground, white is hot on the original wiring, and green is ground. So, yep, that's what we did. And it works off the headlight. And now I got a separate turn signal, so this one's not going to flash because, well, first off, it's not designed. It's only got the single filament or single LED without a resistor. The other one's got, I don't know how they make it brighter, but I'm sure it has something to do with resistor. Now what I'm going to do is pull this wire back after I pulled it back. And yeah, it's up in there. I'm going to do a tie wrappy thing and pretty much out of view use jelly-filled telephone connectors. The thing, I always tie wrap my wires together so they cannot hopefully pull apart. Alright, now that I've got it tied, I'm going to pull it back. I think you can see that they're tucked in there pretty nicely. Even though I got a flash on there. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah. Okay, well, there you have it. That's the passenger side on front and rear, and just duplicated on the other side. You have the flexibility of putting it on any panel that you like, or height, or forward or rearward. That's what I ended up doing, was trying to figure out a logical location. At any rate, please feel free to share it, like it, comment. I'm always interested in better ways to do things, because it's the basis for this channel. And if you would, please subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bell for all alerts. And again, thanks for watching, and God bless.